How you doing, guys? I'm making another video on the body armor, my Interceptor IOTV vest. Guess that's a bit redundant. But one thing I think it's really important, I always do, and what you need to do too, is you always have to test your body armor. So what I'm gonna do, come on guys, I'm not retarded. This isn't even a real gun. I wouldn't even point a real gun at myself because I'm Safety Steve over here. But the point is, you do need to test your body armor. And I'm not talking about shooting yourself. I'm talking about wearing it and testing your configurations of gear on it. Because sometimes you can put a body armor, like a vest like this on, and especially if you put it on first without the plates, and it may feel like it's okay, but then if you start rucking in it, or once you put all the gear on and moving around in it, it may be too small, or in a lot of cases it's too big. And you kind of have to put it on kind of snug. That helps a lot, so that it moves with your body instead of sliding all around, digging in everywhere. You kind of want it to be snug. And I've worn a vest like this with the plates in for like 10-mile ruck marches and stuff like that, and PT and everything else. So it sucks, and you want to know what that feels like, and you want to try out different configurations, like for locations of your knife or your magazines, and not just put it on there and look at it and say, okay, yeah, that looks cool, but actually do some drills. Even if you can't go to the range with it, or you're self-conscious about it or whatever, at least do some magazine changing drills, so, you know, get to the gear, and then get used to, once you figure out where your stuff is, get used to it being there, and drill stuff so that you remember exactly where it is, so you're not sitting there. If you ever do have to use it, which hopefully you won't, but if you ever do have to use it in a serious situation, you won't be looking down going, did I put, is that, oh no wait, that's not my knife, that's my flashlight. Knife's back here, you know what I mean? You need to be able to get to that stuff quick if there ever was an instance where you would need it. So make sure you test, and that doesn't just go for body armor, that goes for any gear that you have, but it's especially important for something that you would be, like body armor, that you'd be using in a very stressful situation that would likely require you to act as fast as possible. So don't worry, I'm not going to shoot myself, but definitely test out your gear. And for those of you who have used body armor extensively, if you're in the military or not, let me know some of the things that you discovered that about using it. And what most people find out is that while the idea of having body armor seems awesome, like, yeah, I'm going to be bulletproof, the reality is much more uncomfortable, let's just put it that way, because even if you're in a combat situation, most of the time you're not being shot at, and it sucks to wear one of these around all the time because they're very heavy. They can make you hotter if it's in a hot place, and they restrict your breathing a little bit, they restrict your movement a little bit, they're heavy as shit, and it's just generally uncomfortable. And it's really not something that you should expect to wear as a long-term thing. It would only really be for an encounter that you knew was going to happen, and that's why I have this for just in my house, ready to go in case there was like a burglary or something. I slap it on, because you're gonna, you know, if I'm just wearing whatever I'm wearing to bed, I'm not gonna have magazine pouches and stuff like that. So it's an easy way to have all the gear I need: flashlight, knife, you know, magazines, stuff like that, to deal with a threat. And then it also has the body armor too. But I'm not planning on, you know, standing guard after the apocalypse wearing this thing all day, because that's just, first of all, I've already told you that scenario is not really likely. Second of all, even if it did happen, it would be very unlikely that I would wear this all day. But either way, make sure you test out your gear. And I'm kind of rambling now, but that's the whole point of this video. I chose a ridiculous picture to kind of get people to watch it, but the bottom line is you do need to test your gear, test your configurations, wear it, train with it, and you should be good to go.